So people often ask me, when is the best time to sell your house? I mean, typically speaking, we know that the most activity generally happens in the real estate market in the springtime. And we know that secondarily, the most amount of activity happens usually is when school comes back in the fall. But, when's the best time to sell your home? That's really up to you, right? I mean, there are just some things like if you sell your house in March, and you bought a new house and it doesn't close until August. Well, if you don't have a place to go, you know what I mean? Like it really is up to the individual. And I would say this about when's the best time to sell your house. Certainly we have times in the market where it's busier than others. My personal preference when I've listed my own homes is to do it in January. I do find that as we get into the year, there's less listings on the market, and that buyer activity usually past about the 6th or 7th of January starts to ramp up. And I'm seeing that 2024 is no different for that. But what we've seen in the last few years is that the activity in real estate buying and selling has stayed fairly consistent throughout the year. So I personally don't think you can really pick a bad time. Of course, if I was to say one month of the year, August might be a little bit slow, and December, because December generally cuts off around the 15th as we head into the Christmas season. But certainly, December in 2023 was actually relatively busy. And, again, getting into August last year, it had its moments, about 2 weeks, but usually in the last week, it starts ramping up again as we get closer to school. So, I don't really think there's a bad time of year. So, but what I'd love to know from you in the comments is, when did you sell, and do you think it was a good time of year?